Hello, Brad. Let's see. Fuck, I forgot. I was gonna stream this in like 900p or something to try to limit the size of the file so I can actually like render it for YouTube way easier, but I guess not. Let me double check that everything is okay here. That all the info is correct. It is. Seems like it is. Well, let's see. We were fighting a civil war in China, apparently. And of course, we have a lot of political power saved up. Let me just refamiliarize myself with everything that was going on. We're not too far off the Type 14, so we might want to grab a design company for that. As well as the, oh, the tank, of course. The Chi-Ha. We should do that as well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with design company for the... Let's see, we've got the weapons, right? No, we don't. Should probably go with an infantry one first, and then the tank. Hello, Bobbit. I'm wondering what's better out of out of these, because one gives defense, of course, and one gives breakthrough, but... Let's see, breakthrough is good, of course, but... Oh, of course, hang on. I keep forgetting to do this. There we go. Let's see. Have a look at the effects of breakthrough and whatnot. How many enemy attacks a unit can attempt to avoid while on the offensive, effectively allowing it to stay on the offense longer. Yeah. While defense, how many enemy attacks a unit can attempt to avoid... Wait, never mind. On the defense, okay, so... Like, we already have pretty decent defense on our infantry and stuff. So I wonder if just getting the breakthrough might not be a bad idea. Cool shit, Brad. Let's go with the Kokura arsenal. Of course, we want to get a refinery as well, but that we need the tech for that. So look at... Yeah, we also do need a lot of factories and whatnot. Honestly, I don't think we can realistically expect to do much here right now, because we can't, we can't fully reinforce because of the attrition. So we don't get the organization necessary to actually do any more pushes. We might want to find somewhere else to try to push, maybe in the south. Hopefully the infrastructure isn't completely wrecked over there. Over here, it's part the infrastructure being bad and part us just having way too many troops in one place. Totalists in the Baratia commune. Who could have seen this one coming? Seems like they pretty much always go totalist with Baratia. Should we maybe send volunteers to the Pacific States? Not that I think they necessarily have any chance of winning. The CSA are strong as hell right now. But if we send volunteers to the Pacific States, we could potentially... I doubt we're going to be able to turn the tides. It would be good to have another democratic ally. Well, Bobbert, they probably are good when they're in Germany. But I'm guessing that the amount of money poured into infrastructure in a colonial holding is not at all similar to the amount of money they pour into their own country. Let's try to just help out here. We need to not necessarily break through like fully towards the coast, but we need to break through enough to the point where we can like spread our troops out a little bit. The ideal is to maybe take a naval base so that we can ship in supplies from the ocean. Of course, let's check our fleet. Don't need to train that one anymore. Gonna pour myself a beer here, which is why the camera's gonna be still for like a few moments. I should honestly not be having any alcohol, considering I probably like drank enough yesterday for several days worth. But it tastes good, so it's hard to stop. A Chinese concession. Yeah, that would be interesting. I want to see the like the mechanics, the unique mechanics and stuff, and also I want to see like the whole like criminal syndicate stuff in the legation cities. So are we, no, we're not yet at the point where we have to do the National Security Act. Alright, so now we can't do more Navy stuff, because then the Army is going to be mad, so we're going to do Army stuff again. Let's see, envelopment tactics or overwhelming firepower. Probably overwhelming firepower, because we're not actually maneuvering too much over here. We're literally just like fighting a slow slog across a long line. Hello, Gray. How are you today, Gray? I'm probably gonna regret asking that question. Playing Africa in Kaiserreich or in Reich or what? If you're playing Kaiserreich, I'm assuming you're meaning you're playing Middle Africa with the chunky boy himself in charge. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's not the chunky boy. That's Ernst Junge. Why is he there? Huh. Yeah, Middle Africa is a slow game. It takes a while for like the ball to get rolling and everything, and you know you gotta break free at some point and all that stuff. With Goering though, you can do some like weird. I mean, you can do some fucked up stuff, but you can do some weird like nat pop stuff. Break free from the Kaiserreich, I think, and like establish sort of African sovereignty. Hello, Potato. Maybe. Hopefully, yeah, I'm so looking forward to National France rework. It's gonna not just fix or make France better, but it's gonna make just anything surrounding Africa be better as well. Hopefully. Like, playing as Middle Africa is probably gonna be more interesting if there's actually like some cool stuff going on between them politically. Because currently it feels like Middle Africa and Kingdom of France, or not Kingdom of France, of course, but National France, Kingdom of France here, but currently it feels like they don't have a lot of, I don't know, there's not like a lot of crises and stuff that basically have them pitted against each other, possibly. Oh, dude, yeah, I'm gonna liberate everything from the Germans. I'm gonna liberate the Germans from the Germans. Yeah, we gotta get that radar so we can put that on the ships as well. We don't... Oh no, actually we do have radar now, so we should be able to put radar, like at least basic radar, on all of our ships, our ship designs. We've got the fighters we need. Probably don't need motorized for a while. We do have marines, so we might want to do spec ops. But we desperately want synthetic oil experiments because we are Japan. Is there a focus that actually gives us, well, anything there regarding synthetic oil? Probably something down this path. Narrow gauge railways. Yeah. Why are they swapping the... Our narrow gauge railways had their advantages during construction, but now they hold back our burgeoning industry. The future waits for no one, at least of all, Japan. Okay, that is one we need. Reorganization of the oil industry. So we got the creation of the international avant-garde. So avant-garde art, the art of the left in this this world here. Yeah, we want to go with we want to go down and get this stuff at least. I mean, the like National France never goes democratic because National France is kind of in a very strange place. So like, it makes more sense that they don't go democratic than it does that they do. Honestly. Like, they're this exile government who are ruling without a mandate of the people they're governing, for the most part. And it's like a military, military dictatorship, basically. That exists purely for the, reconquest of the French mainland. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that, because, like, North Korea... like, in North Korea, for example, the leader is basically considered a god. But I don't know if Philippe Pétain, or whatever, whoever rules national France to begin with, is necessarily considered a god or anything. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. I totally agree on that part. So have we got any more supplies here now? Nope. It's still terrible. We might want to just pull the troops out, get them supplied, like pull them to Nanchang, get them supplied, and then send them back in. I'm gonna go with the synthetic oil experiments just because I didn't see any foci that give us bonuses there, because we desperately need oil. It's so paradoxical how Japan has this amazingly, like, this amazing navy, but not enough oil to power it. Well, for the, like, starting, or sort of, the first, first part, we're gonna focus on making the Pacific and Asia democratic, but, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't aim high. Also, what the fuck? Empire of Brazil. Pedro III, who are you? Born in exile in 1909, His Imperial Highness Pedro de Alcantara, Henrique, or Enrique, I think it's Enrique, Astolfo Felipe, oh my god, that's a name. Holy shit. Gustavo Miguel Gabriel Rafael Gonzaga de Orlean. Oh my god, it just keeps going. Hold on. Braganca, a Bourbon. Okay, so that's probably just means like of these houses, but you know, that's still a mouthful. Oh yeah, of course they're gonna just like eat themselves right back on the line when they leave. Should probably stop that. Stay in Nanchang, rest and recuperate. We'll send you back in later on. Yeah, sort of, Bobbert. At least I agree with that sentiment. They're basically... Yeah, they're basically just all, like, exile nations who rule over peoples who, rule over a people with the intent of using that people and their resources to take back their own country, which none of those people have really, you know, set foot in, for the most part. Like, the Canadians, you know, they obviously give a shit about Britain because of, you know, their cultural history and all that, but with Canada and France, it's like, these people, they, you know, they're from Africa, or they're from Canada. I mean, yeah, Duck does bring up a good point, I think, in that they do still have some democratic institutions for the most part, but yes. It's still, like, it's still strange. Let's try to do this science cooperative here. Or corporation, or whatever you want to call it. Probably have enough military factories for a little while. Actually, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna keep that as it is, and once... Actually, no, I am. I'm gonna do that. So the next factory goes into the guns. Into the Arisaka Type 99. Is it in Arisaka or something else? Something else? I don't know. Because currently, yeah, we have a malice of infantry equipment and stuff, and that's also because we are training a huge-ass army, and we don't even need to anymore. I'm gonna set these guys to have priority, so they get their guns, because the ones who are training don't necessarily need them as much as these guys. The Republic of China has Chiang Kai-shek, so it's... oh, never mind, it's no longer Chiang Kai-shek. Oh, no, it wasn't Chiang Kai-shek to begin with anyways, it was Huang Xing, I don't think of Reich. Yeah, it's got Huang Xing, who's got paternal autocrats. Wait, no, it's YCP. Don't know who the YCP are. Okay, so we said we're going to go with the tank designer, but we're still a way off. Sorry, my brain just... I keep like halfway saying other words, but we're still a little bit off the research for that. So I'm actually going to do something else. I'm probably going to get another chief of the army and set up. Yeah, it does sound like it. It's the same. It's the same song. Sakura Sakura, but I'm not sure if it's the same recording. It might be, like, straight up lifted from the Shogun, a Total War Shogun 2 soundtrack, or... Dude, Total War titles are nonsense. They're like Warhammer, or Total War Warhammer, and then... no, Warhammer Total War, and then, like, Total War 3 Kingdoms, and, you know, they just, like, flip those things all the, every game, basically. Who do we go with? We want to go with, supply consumption is great, division organization is also great. Attrition is also great. But static defense doesn't sound like something we want to be engaging in. I think I might want to go with guns and butter, because we got this guy for the attack and defense, as well as the recruitable population. Armored Spearhead is cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with guns and butter. Let's see if we recognize any names. I do not. Well, that's a general, I think. Recognize his face. I also think I recognize this guy's face as well. And this guy, actually. Yeah, a lot of these people are generals. I'm just gonna go with, Kitahari Taizaku here. Or Taisaku. Can you even boost party popularity in, no, you can't in Kaiserreich. Where the fuck is Tojo? Good question. He might have been, yeeted for his, or like he might have been yeeted in one of the, like, various setup things that build up to this point in the timeline. Wait, what the fuck are you? Dravidia Nadu. Okay, so we've got a balkanization of India. Hello, Bob. It's going well. How's everything going with you? And also, thank you for checking out the stream. Dominionist victory in South Africa. Okay, so we got Jan Christian Schmutz. So I'm kind of confused by the Dominionist thing, because doesn't it... Yeah, Dominion often leads them into the Entente, but for the most part, I never see them actually do that. They might just focus on other foci before before going there, so I just never see it. Is that a fucking smiley face on one of those flags? Are you talking about the Indian ones? This one? Ah, that's a tiger, dude. Probably like a Bengal tiger or something. Beware the Qing. Yeah, I know. I'm well aware. I've you know, I've laid plans. I'm on top of things when it comes to the Qing. We'll probably set up radars and stuff. And the Pacific would be great for the spotting of ships and aircraft and stuff. So who do we think we're going to be fighting? Probably the Chinese first, but I'm going to set up radar way out here. Just so we start doing it. What's my background with history? Well, I have a Bachelor of Arts and I'm doing a Master's in history. That's basically it. The title is kind of clickbaity and pretentious. I basically just asked, like, you know, should I do this? This is kind of pretentious, and then Bobbit was like, nah, dude, do it. Cool. Yeah, I'm doing my master's this well, I'm starting it like very soon. My BA got like delayed for a while because of some technical problems at my uni, which caused me to have to like attend an extra semester, even though I technically should have been able to finish it. Basically, there was like some problems with the databases or something, I think, which basically made it so that I was registered as having finished or done all my shit without having passed all my exams, and so I couldn't attend an exam, basically, because I couldn't... Well, I basically couldn't register for the exam. It was stupid. But eventually I got through it, so... Yeah, it's stupid. Sometimes shit like that happens. The alliance with Siam are... What are they doing right now? Okay, they seem cool. Sure, yeah, we'll do that. Did we get the alliance with the Philippines? No, we did not. That sucks. Also, we can actually support the PSA, which I'm gonna do that. It's not gonna matter too much, but... And we're gonna give away guns that we could be using elsewhere. No supply from capital. Excuse me, what? And that explains a few things. The RDP take power in Bulgaria. The market liberals, we have, apparently, ostensibly, restoration of democracy in Bulgaria. Alright, let's try this again. We want to push for a port because apparently we're not getting supply from the capital. We could probably try for, I'm gonna mispronounce this, but I think it's like Guangzhou. Or it could be Guangzhou. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, we're gonna try for, to push for this port here, just to maybe rectify that supply situation. We might not be able to. We also maybe send even more volunteers. We should also send some air volunteers. I keep forgetting that that's a feature. We're limited to 4 divisions, yeah, so we've got all we can. So how many air volunteers do they allow? 400, or... No, that can't be right. 80. 80, that's it. Okay, let's see. Do we have any 80 strength air wings already? We don't, but we can send off some fighters. We don't need a lot of fighters, honestly, because they don't have any fighters either, so we can probably just send, like, medium bombers and... Actually, we should only send medium bombers because the range is not going to be great here. Yeah, Potato, that's not helpful though, because those are literally the letters I'm seeing here as well. Yeah, that's also interesting, the fact that that Portugal was allowed to keep Macau. I said it properly? Okay, cool. That's good. Now we should have air superiority, yep, and we should also get air support. There we go, yeah. Pretty good. Okay, so the smiley face faction got annexed. Also, I'm, like, I got a stream, I think, on 3 separate days, or well, 2 more after this. And then I believe I get Twitch affiliate, which is like the baby version of partner. So you get like, you start with like 1 emote slot, and then you get more as you get more subscribers and whatnot. But that emote slot, I have big plans for that emote slot. And it involves Kaiser Wilhelm dabbing. But I'm gonna have to figure out a way to... Well, I'm gonna need someone who actually has, like, art skills to make that. Uruguay wins the World Cup, as always, and Siam joins the Code Prosperity Sphere. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, we can go for a Navy thing now. Without upsetting anyone, we should probably just go for Naval Doctrine. Yeah, I want to know what is going on with the AOG as well. Wonder if we can pull Insulindia into a Prosperity Sphere. I'm not sure if that's even possible, but it would be cool. Or we could just invade them. We do want that rubber. And there's a lot of it. We also have a decent amount of oil as well. But if we're looking for oil, we should be going for, let's see, where is it? Meant to be like a bunch of oil somewhere here in the Pacific. It might just be this. But I thought there was way more somewhere. I guess it's this stuff that we need. So if you can hear me putting down my glass and stuff onto the desk, I don't have a shock mount or anything. I do want one, but there's no space here, but maybe in my new apartment where I'm moving to do the masters, there might be space. Let's see. Ottoman Empire is getting strong. Does seem like they're probably going to win the war. Unless something outrageous happens. So we'll end up with, once again, a bunch of puppets under the Ottoman Empire. Alright, we're taking Guangzhou. Now I just need to hold it. And we are not reinforcing. Because we're waiting for equipment to be produced and delivered. That's strange, because we're making troops. I'm gonna stop this one. Try to, yeah, get some... and also, I'm gonna do... Hold on, I probably didn't even need to do that, but I'm also gonna do a low equipment priority on that. Even though equipment should be going to these guys, because these guys are on high equipment priority. Over here. Got some... oh, never mind. That's why, because we've got the front line. No, stay in Guangzhou. Hold it. In fact, I think we've actually accomplished a major encirclement, because there is no port on this side of the country, so I think we've encircled this entirety, or this entire section of the AOG army. Alright. I appreciate that, Bobbit. We've got a 100% bonus on the tanks. We might research it, but I mean, either way, we're gonna wait until the tank designers, so probably not. I do want the new marine stuff as well. Maybe we should try doing rocket technology this playthrough. I don't often do it. Also the naval doctrine thing. Okay, we can probably wait until the naval doctrine thing is ready before we even do any research. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Because all we're doing right now is we're holding. While we're letting the Republican forces deal with this encircled army here. And once that is dealt with, we might move these troops over to somewhere else. Hello, Roy. How has your day been? Bring them freedom with jets, rocket sites, and other stupidly powerful stuff. Sure can do. I don't like the actual, like, the rocket sites that launch or produce and launch rockets all the time. They're not that useful. They're only really useful for example, if you're fighting a stronger air force than your own. Like, if you can't beat the enemy's air force, you can build rocket sites in order to try to do some logistical damage, or sorry, some strategic damage, like blowing up factories and such. Yeah, strategic bombing is the best way to go about it. But yeah, rockets, they can be used only, like, they're useful only if you can't use your like your air force. The air force is preferable because you're going to be way more effective with the strategic bombers. Japanese naval base in the Philippines. Yeah. Why not? Some circles of the Navy believe we should convince their government to allow the establishment of a major naval base in the west of the archipelago in order to keep a better track of the German Empire and their advances. The Filipinos demand financing. I mean, of course, it's 30 days. It's a deal. Yeah. Oh yeah, Roy Dean, it definitely did happen. Oh yeah, Potato, yeah, they do have stupidly long range. Though, the advanced, like, jet strat bombers and stuff, they have insane range as well. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Roy, the Tiananmen Square definitely did happen. Hawaiian royalty visits Tokyo. Oh, hell yeah, dude. The Hawaiian royal family has come to Tokyo in order to meet with the Japanese... let's see, let's click on the Kingdom of Hawaii. In order to meet with the Japanese royal family and other notable dignitaries. They spent their day touring the sights of Tokyo and as well as private meetings with the political leaders of the country. The relation between the Empire of Japan and the Kingdom of Hawaii have improved because of this visit. Cool. Legacy of Kamehameha. They're supporting the longest government. Fuck. I mean, that's not great, but... Queen Lydia here. Or are they even called a king or a queen in Hawaii? I don't know. Technically, Squid, the only... Also, hello, Squid. The only, like, way to be called a historian is if you term it yourself or someone else just calls you a historian. There is no qualification for it, but I do have a degree in history. And I'm studying for my master's right now. Or, like, I'm starting on the 12th of August. Master's degree, which is, like, the step below a doctorate. Which is a PhD, aka... like the stuff you gotta have to be, like, become a professor and stuff. Yeah, okay, so we can't do any more Navy stuff. We don't need the envelopment at all. What we need for the alliance with Hawaii does not have a totalist, syndicalist, radical socialist, or syndicalist-aligned social democratic government. It's fully independent and at peace. So they're not at peace because they're supporting Long, is that it? No. Oh, wait, they're part of the Entente. Of course. What event? What do you mean, Squid? Honestly, not sure. We should probably only, yeah, we should probably just go down the National Security Act, honestly. It's gonna mess with our generals and stuff, because I believe some of them are not gonna be happy about the way the country goes, but... Yeah, Roy, it's all because of the, oh shit, I forgot about the research. It's all because of the, actually, I'm not quite sure what doctrine to go down, but it's all because of the anniversary and stuff of Tiananmen Square. It became like a very... It got pulled back into, like, the public conscience. Oh, like that. So... I haven't fully specialized myself yet. That's what I'm basically gonna have to do when I do my master's. But, so far what I've studied most is World War I. That's what I wrote my bachelor's thesis on. I wrote, about the Norwegian media in World War I and how they covered the war. You know, considering Norway was a neutral country. And, I also, I've done courses in fascism. I've done courses in, like, on the rise of Nazi Germany and Mussolini's Italy. Yeah, quote-unquote neutral, Bobbage. But I mostly talked about Norway before, like, they became very quote-unquote neutral. Like, I focused on 1914. Great. The reason Tiananmen Square is remembered in the West so much is because it's the only place it can be remembered. But yeah, so I've done like a bunch of stuff. I've done medieval, like Norwegian medieval history. I've done general like modern world history and stuff. I've done I did a course on the Cold War in Asia and did a paper or wrote a paper on the Sino-Soviet split. And yeah, a bunch of stuff like that. So it's all very general. I'm honestly not even sure what I'm going to write my master's thesis on, so I don't actually fully know yet, Squid. I mean, the dream is obviously like becoming a professor, because then you're kind of set. Because like you've got some decent job security and decent pay and whatnot, and you can just basically do whatever you want, kind of. You know, of course, you do have to teach a set amount, but you just have to like try to get grants and stuff to do research. And stuff like that. But if I wanted to become a teacher, I would probably study something else, because if I did, I could have been a teacher by this point. Like, I could easily have become a history teacher by just taking a couple extra subjects or something, or courses, alongside my degree. Well, I sort of, it was on the nose when I said that, Bobbert. The West isn't the only place I can remember, but, you know, it won't be remembered in China, so it has to be remembered somewhere. I have not, Squid, actually. End of the Chinese Revolution. Oh. We won. For good or ill, the Chinese Revolution is now over. The General Staff have reported that they learned many valuable lessons regarding the nature of modern warfare over the course of the conflict. Kent State was horrible, of course, but Kent State and Tiananmen Square are very different events. Bobbert, I don't think that was a student. I think that was just a dude who was like returning home from the grocery store. And he was like, enough of this shit. And Gray, Kent State was taught in my courses, in my classes on the Cold War. It's also Kent State is also the like, it has a prominent place in a lot of Western like depictions of the Cold War, and especially when we talk about the Vietnam War. For example, if you watch Ken Burns' Vietnam, there's like an entire episode that's basically all about like Kent State and conscientious objectors and all that. Dude, I hate this part of Hoi4 where you're basically always going to have to research something ahead of time. If you're gonna do anything ahead of time, do guns. Do something that you have to produce. Oh shit, actually I gotta not research the tank yet. No, I can actually, because I can then do this. What kind of... This is a medium tank, right? Yep. So we're gonna grab the medium tank company. Roydeen, I mean, the correct answer is that it's never really black or white. There's always, like, it's very hard to always pinpoint or it's not necessarily hard, but it's always, like, very unproductive to just label one side, quote-unquote, as the bad guys in a situation like that. Which part of the Chinese Empire, or what Chinese Empire, Gray? Yeah, like the Suez Crisis. I don't know enough about it to like pass judgment or anything. So also Norwegian Union, of course, every time. In their Gerhardsen. I think Norway might be like hard-coded to just always want to go socialist, it seems. Yeah. And, like, even so, I'm not necessarily saying there can't be situations where you can be like, oh, this is evil, this is good. I'm just saying, in general, talking in those terms is often very non-productive, because, especially when you're talking about, like, larger, like, quote-unquote sides, it's better to look at individual aspects of every situation, and then pass judgment on that. We actually need to create a new army here. May as well have this guy lead it. Yeah, he does have kind of a strange look to him. That's Einar Gerhardsen. He was the Prime Minister of Norway from 1945 to like 19 forever or whatever. I don't know. He was Prime Minister for 2 terms, and his party was in government for basically 20 years or something. Like, I think the first time they were ousted from government was in, like, 1976 or something. Or maybe, look, no, actually, that would be, like, 30 years. I don't know how long exactly, but you can look it up. It's wild how popular they were and how well-remembered or well-regarded he is nowadays in Norway. We got the First Continental Army, Second Continental Army, and this is probably going to be the third, like, not Continental Army, but what army is it going to be? It's probably going to be, like... We'll just call it the Expeditionary Army. Japan had, like, several expeditions, quote-unquote, like, armies that were set up as, like, expeditionary armies or whatever. Can they not fit any more than 3? No, they can. There we go. Syndicalism is very interesting. Oh, of course, we should do, stop that. We should do... Okay, this is important, so we need to read that, but I'm gonna make a couple of these things, a couple of refineries. The notorious Peace Preservation Act was introduced in early 1924 by the Tanaka regime amidst a Red Scare or the Red Scare following the Kanto anarchist uprising in September 1923 and a syndicalist assassination attempt on then Crown Prince Hirohito in December of the same year. The act drastically limited civil rights and symbolized the draconian rule of General Tanaka. It was repealed when the regime was brought down by the constitutional restoration of 1926, but that's probably where Tojo got yeeted. But Prime Minister Suzuki Kisaburo now wants to reintroduce the act, albeit heavily moderated and renamed the National Security Act. He has met strong opposition even within his own cabinet, and public opinion has dropped to a new low. But Suzuki believes its reintroduction is a necessary step to counter the rising tide of syndicalism, and he's not alone in this opinion. The cross-party parliamentary group led by Nakajima Chikuhei of the Rikken Seiyokai and Adachi Kenzo of the Minseito have declared the act as the last bulwark of constitutional government and support its passage. The House of Peers and the Privy Council are also in favor of the act. That was quite a lot to read. So we must defend our democratic way of life by any means necessary. The act is forced through, or public opinion and the opposition defeat the act. So let's have a look here. So we need the act to pass. Yeah, we need the National Security Act to pass, actually. We must defend our democratic way of life by any means necessary. The act is forced through. And now I can do defend democracy. After receiving the offer from the scheming army officers, General Hayashi Senjuro has rejected to back their coup attempt, citing his responsibility to the established regime. While not actively opposing the putschists, it is unlikely they can win without the support of the central command. Yeah, it's that or, you know, the military coup. It's always, like, strange how in Japan, people, especially the military, but, like, very driven people always want to take matters into their own hands and restore power, quote-unquote, to the emperor and stuff like that. Like, in history, I mean. The Popular Front incident, 446 left-wing academics, intellectuals, and politicians, including 2 incumbent Diet members, were arrested and indicted under the National Security Act today. All were accused of organizing a Popular Front and threatening the Kokutai, sorry. A war with the Empire of Japan. Yeah, that's probably because they went down this path here. If you're in Africa, they probably went down, bring down the German Goliath here, and chose to attack German East Asia. Imagine having to... So we're not going to attack the German Empire until, or German concession, or sorry, colonial holdings until Germany is elsewhere or elsewise occupied with something. We can't... Also, how are you holding out? I mean, the answer actually is he isn't, because they have very little manpower left. See if anything has changed in the Republic. Yes, it has. We've got Hu Shi as the, ostensibly the president, I suppose, of the Republic of China. And then this is like a prime minister or something, or whatever form of government it is. Not prime minister, but you know what I'm talking about, like the chancellor and the president in the German Federation. Okay, we've got enough guns for now. Toko officers accused of torture. The Toko, or Special Hired Police, is a police force specializing in social and thought crimes. The Toko is also notorious for its abusive and brutal methods of interrogation, sometimes even resulting in death. When the National Security Act was passed, the Toko rapidly expanded its size and operation, and their regard for the safety of accused criminals declined even further. Today, a major newspaper has reported that a man died while in custody. He has accused the Toko of torturing the victim to death. Accused. Oh no. Well, anything to defend democracy, I suppose. Mexico declared war on the Central American Republic. So yeah, it's syndicalist, or social democrat actually, with Pascal Ortiz Rubio. And you've got Anastasio Somoza Garcia. Started a humble life in Nicaragua, like many others, gaining the rare opportunity to go to business school in Philadelphia, and there he married his future wife, Salvadora de Bel Sacasa, niece of Juan Bautista Sacasa. Yeah, well, they're probably not going to last for a long time, the Central American Republic. What kind of state is Europe in right now? Well, other than Soviet Russia, it's quite serene. Of course, this is fucking disgusting, but highly cursed Spanish Republic under Francisco Franco, and highly cursed Salamanca in Portugal. But other than that, I think everything is like more or less. Oh, that's not meant to be happening. We've got Maximists, and we've got Jacobins, so... The Syndicalists are a bit gung-ho here, but we've got, Syndicalist Norway, we've got the Soviet Civil War, which is still ongoing and has barely even moved. Anyways, let's go on to the trial of the May 15th... oh my god, May 15 incident, there we go. Those were the words. The court-martial of the 11 murderers of the Prime Minister Inukai began last month. Before the end of their trial, a petition arrived at court containing over 350,000 signatures in blood from sympathizers around the country, holy shit, pleading for a lenient sentence. This is also a very Japanese thing, where they want to acquit people who are very, like Japanese in this this period, I mean. It's very, like, on Rand. They want to acquit people who are like aggressively working to try to defend the country or like the ideals of the country, the emperor and so on and so forth. Like even though they know what they did was wrong, it becomes okay because they did it out of love for the country. It's bizarre, but it led to a lot of like crazy nationalist violence. In addition to the petition, the court also received a request from 11 youths in Niigata asking that they be executed in place of the Navy officers, and sending 11 severed fingers to the court as a gesture of their sincerity. The whole trial was unpopular enough to convince the court to accelerate the process, and although the death sentences were issued just yesterday, the assassins were executed at dawn today. This country is going crazy. How the fuck are we gonna move down the electoral reform path with all this shit happening right now? Does Cold War mod count as history revision? I mean, so technically the word historical or revision of history, like historical revisionist and stuff, has gotten a sort of strange meaning to it. I don't know how it necessarily got this. I'm guessing it's got something to do with the way Soviet historians treated history, like Soviet historiography. But revision is what historians do. Like, that's what historians do all the time. So revision in itself isn't necessarily bad. But I doubt all the people working on a Cold War mod are historians. And so the chances, or the chances that they do something that's sort of like tactless and very maybe not intended as bad, but, you know, might not be great in terms of a like a history perspective, those chances are probably high. So the Emperor and democracy. The government is weak, so in a desperate move, have asked the Emperor to speak. He has gone before Parliament in a rare appearance and fortunately has supported the government. His words carry great weight, and may be enough to keep the government afloat. Do we agree with the support or argue against him? So we want to agree with the support of the government. The Emperor supported the government. The Emperor did not support the government, but political force was used to overcome this. Yeah, we gotta... Like, he agreed with the government, or supported the government, so we gotta agree with him. There we go. We've unlocked electoral reform. After an extensive review of our voting system, several loopholes and oversights have been discovered. They allow significant amounts of voter fraud in general elections. By introducing a reform package to our electoral process, we can hopefully limit this phenomenon. Yes, let's. Yeah, great. The fascist response to that is why not both? The Korean problem. The Korean government in exile has announced that a campaign to free their country is in motion and that they are calling for support. Oh, what the fuck? Oh yeah, Roy, are you not familiar with Kaiserreich? Because yeah, this is a strange world. Yeah, they have fled to Canada. Edward VIII here. And France is also communist, so we've got the Kingdom of France down south here. They reintroduced the monarchy. For some reason. Who knows? But yeah, the Korean problem. How do we deal with this? Should we not stand for this, or should we invite them to talk? What do you guys think? The risk, of course, here is that if we don't invite them to talk, we can get a, You need I need stability. I mean, we've got 60% stability at the moment. And we're probably gonna get more with the electoral reform, aren't we? Or is this, will we, like, collapse in on ourselves if we don't have stability here? Like, will we have a army coup or something? We gain 5% base stability on that one, and... Actually, yeah, we don't have a lot of stuff that gives stability here. Maybe events, but... Yeah. Honestly, who needs political power? Eventually, we're gonna have everything filled out, and we won't even need it. Yeah, let's invite them to talk. And before we invite them, we lose stability and we gain nothing. Like, I'm cool with Korea getting, like, limited autonomy, maybe. Like, as a puppet. Either way, I do want to keep Korea. If we don't keep Korea, we can, Oh, there we go. We can... Either the negotiations... Oh my god. That's 20%. Talks break down, or grant Koreans partial independence. Ouch. I mean, I gotta go with this one, because if we go with this one, losing that extra stability would just be, you know, worthless, so we're gonna give them partial independence here, Joseon Kingdom. Because I want to have this territory here, because Transamur and Fengshan can try to break free. And that becomes problematic. Yeah, we can use this one to gain weekly stability. Which, honestly, at this point, we probably should. Are we researching anything in the near future? We're probably researching fighters at some point. Nope, that's quite a while off, but we might be researching ships. Nope, that's also quite a while off. Well, then let us legislate freedoms. Yeah, might as well give them some freedom. Argentine Commune declared war on Paraguay. I foresee a confrontation here at some point. Multiplayer, Cold War, roleplay, multiplayer, let's go. That sounds wild. How are the Cold War mods for Hearthstone 4 even? Like, are they good? I've never checked them out, but I would love something like I think it's called Twilight Struggle or something like that. The board game, like something in that vein with Hearthstone 4. The assassination of Suzuki Kisaburo. The unthinkable has happened again. Prime Minister Suzuki and his brother-in-law Hatoyama Ichiro were attending a party rally in Kawagoe today. When Hatoyama stood up to deliver a speech, a syndicalist terrorist from the Saitama Youth Volunteer Corps for National Salvation shot Suzuki and Hatoyama in retaliation for the execution of Prime Minister Inukai's assassins. Suzuki's wound has proved fatal. Shit. It's awful. It's basically a reskin Millennium Dawn. Yeah, Millennium Dawn is terrible, in my opinion. The election of Mizuno Rentaro, the death of Suzuki stunned the Riken Sayukai, and an emergency convention was called. The bureaucratic Tokonami faction, named after Tokonami Takejiro, chairman of the pro-Tanaka Seiyu Honto during the Tanaka dictatorship, and its aftermath, has been crippled by the loss of their leader, leaving the reactionary Nakajima faction to take control of the party. Okay. Choi's decision-making power over the entire party, though he has stopped short of crowning himself chairman and instead elected current prime minister and Tokonami-aligned Mizuno Rentaro instead. Finally, some stability in politics. And we gain stability. Okay. Let's hope this lasts. Yeah, there's a lot of shit happening in Japan. I can probably speed up a little bit. I forgot to actually make the stream 900p, so I don't want to stream for like too long, because then I need to render a huge video file for YouTube. Fengshan denounces us. Here's the thing I talked about with Fengshan being problematic. You know what we should do? We should probably do this. Also, the irony of the International playing while we had our Prime Minister executed by syndicalists. Yeah, but who actually cares about being good at the game? Lamau. Let's see. We should probably where do we even put this army if we're gonna yeet Fengshan right now? We should probably put them in. Actually, no. I know exactly what we're gonna do. There we go. See how long? 10 days. Let's wait a little bit. We can denounce them, or we can punish the insolence. I think we should punish the insolence because they are very they're poised to break free anyways, I think. Aren't they? Let's look. There should be a they're expel Japanese officers and stuff. Wait, they actually went down. Oh no, yeah, they can go down these paths. And eventually they expel Japanese officers and shit gets bad. The Hiroshima proposal will do what? Increasingly advanced Japanese weapons, okay. Or Hiroshima. Yeah, we probably need to punish them. I thought you were talking about in my game, Gray, and I just missed it, but that was weird. Or that would be weird. Let's punish this insolence, but let's wait until we get our troops into position. I'm just putting them into position in case this goes really poorly. Irish Socialist Republic has joined the Third International. What the fuck? Okay, hold on. Punish this insolence. I have never seen that before. Jim Larkin. Born in Ireland, born in England, before moving with his family in Ireland, to Ireland, grew up in poverty and became a trade union organizer and formed the Labour Party with James Connolly. Huh. I have never seen that before. I wonder if the Union of Britain had a hand in that. Yeah, it's hefty. It sure is. Might just be the picture slash artwork though. I don't know. How do you get the Fengshan to denounce Japan? I think it's probably an event, maybe. Because let's see. I don't see any specific focus decisions for it. Or it might have been this J-hole border. Actually, no. It probably isn't. I think it's probably an event. Also, hello, Keyblock. Yeah, these guys probably don't need to be bombing in China anymore. We should probably just assign them to the different armies. Speaking of socialist Ireland. If I blast this too loud, the Twitch VOD is gonna get muted, but, I mean... Probably is gonna be anyways. Let's see, enact women's suffrage. While feminist activity started in Japan back in the 19th century, they have only recently managed to achieve any progress by overthrowing the Police Security Act in 1921. Recently, more liberal-minded members of the Diet have been pushing to finally grant women full political rights as part of Japan's growing democratic traditions. Hell yeah, dude. General election of 1937. So we can elect the Riken Seiukai again, the Conservatives, or we can elect the Minseito, the Liberals. So the Minseito give stability, loss of political power gain, but construction speed, and this gives us rocket and nuclear reactor stuff, not useful to us at this point. Trade deal, great, I guess, or awesome. Sorry, not awesome, that's okay, I guess, but everything else here is kind of bad. Lowered recruitable population factor from Matsuno Tsuruhei, so I'm gonna go with Minseito. I'm gonna elect the Liberals. Now I got the Social Liberals. Oh, sorry, no, they're Market Liberals, never mind. Monarchy restored in Greece. Greek government has decided to give the crown to King Georgios II, not Alexandros I, who is still alive, but who many feel should have always been the proper heir as Alexandros' older brother. Interesting. What are you? Hellenic Socialist Republic. Alright then. Their party name is Keke? Yeah, I've never seen that before either. There's a lot of stuff happening here that I've never seen before. I mean, that's Kaiserreich for you. Pretty much every run is going to be completely unique. We need a strong government, or we don't need your nonsense. What is this? Nakajima Chikuhei from the Riken Seikai and Adachi Kenzo from the Minseto, both supporters of the National Security Act, have issued a joint statement urging both the mainstream parties to form a multi-party government of national unity to protect the Kokutai from syndicalist threats. So that becomes authoritarian democrat then. That's not very democratic, is it? Becomes a Showakai. Or the Showa Society, probably. Yeah. Like, these guys are good, but I don't wanna betray the democratic ideals we're trying to enact here. Yeah, Kaiserreich is a mod squid. It's, in my opinion, the like, most fleshed out and best mod for Hearthstone 4. No, it's actually a an alternate history mod. So it actually takes history and sort of warps it. So instead, so basically the major change in history here is that Germany won World War I. So the Great War here is called the Weltkrieg because Germany won, and so Germany has all these like colonies and stuff, and the world is like completely different. A revolution happened in Britain and France. The royal family had to flee to their colonial holdings in Canada. It's very interesting. I thoroughly recommend you check it out. It's on the Steam Workshop. We don't need your nonsense. This used to be the like the Black International, which I believe is probably the Anarchist International then. Used to be the menu song, I believe, on... It might have even been Darkest Hour Kaiserreich, like Hearthstone 2 Kaiserreich. That's a long time ago. That mod is still being updated, the Hearthstone 2 version. So Illyria, I think, is like that isn't necessarily a thing that exists always, and it can change. Like you can see here, Hungary is like balkanized and stuff. It happens. Like stuff basically changes all the time from run to run. So every time you play Kaiserreich is going to be very different, usually. Soviet Union slowly being pushed back. Oh, of course, and now we have our finest hour, which is the book written by Winston Churchill about, it's an alternate history book written about the First World War, in which, in this alternate world, the Allies win the war. And a nationalist takes over Germany and proclaims the new Reich. But, you know, that's an absurd alternate history idea, that. What childish fantasy. So, Germany, what are you doing to my man's China here? Germany wants their land back. That's, that can't stand. We should probably, start thinking about getting into that war then. Hopefully, though, the French will start their war. It's 1939, so it's high time they start. I'm guessing we're gonna get the Alsace Ultimatum, which is like the guaranteed war. Like, the Commune of France can go to war with Germany during various political crises, for example, Upper Savoy here, which was surrendered to France. Germany can declare war on France over that. Upper Savoy, of course, a part of Switzerland, unless they surrender it to the French. Yeah, the French usually start the war, but the Germans can as well as a response to French aggression or like, weird stuff like that. No, Squid, actually, in this alternate history, Hitler, he died. He died on the Eastern Front. And they made a movie about him. And he wrote Unser Kampf, which is our struggle, which is a collection of war diaries from the war, from different soldiers. A party divided. Oh god. The second Popular Front incident, additional arrests have been made of intellectuals today when 38 left-wing professors arrested on charges of organizing a Popular Front again. Party divided. During the Riken Seikai Convention of 1936, Nakajima had felt that his leading role was insecure and made power-sharing agreements with other factions. One such agreement was that the Secretary General would remain vacant but not abolished, but with its tasks transferred to the collective leadership of the General Council. I mean, that sounds like a good change, I suppose. Last month, believing he had solidified his position, Nakajima attempted to complete his domination by capturing the office of Secretary General. Oh, okay then. To this end, he formally advised the General Council to return to the post to form... Oh my god, Nakajima, what are you doing? Effectively, a party within a party pressing the General Council even further. After the general election had concluded, on May 14th, the pro-Nakajima chairman of the General Council, Horikiri Senbei, forced the issue to a vote within the council, but the motion was vetoed by all other factions. Of course it was. Isolated within the upper elections, the reformists tried to overcome the situation by calling a convention to mobilize their local party cadres. But this was turned down. Yeah, that would have been like civil war, basically. Turned down by all other non-reformist leaders again, frustrating Nakajima even more. Today, just a month after the election, the Kakushin Dome finally declared its independence from the Riken Seikai. It's time to find our own path. Bobbitt, I'm pretty sure he called it Unser Kampf, meaning our struggle. But yeah, it was a collection of war diaries. Or I might be thinking of the film about Hitler. I don't know. In this world. Academic pluralism. Hell yeah, dude. This song is really good as well. Labor's Call. Do we have anything specific that we need right now? Yes, we do. Anything that needs to be produced, we gotta research, or we gotta get fast. Because we want to start production of all that stuff. Let's see, what have we not started production on? Probably the gun. Yep, the guns. Let's get the Type 14. No, I mean, Squid, I mean in the mod. In real life, it's Mein Kampf, of course. But I mean in the mod, it's called Unser Kampf.
Rise, Irish walkers, from your knees. Fling forth your banner to the breeze.
So nothing happened with the Fengshan situation, did it? They are gearing up for what looks like a war with China. Or at least Qing. I mean, you can go to war with Qing, that's fine. Don't go to war with the Republic of China, because they're good. Or they're at least fighting our enemies. Yeah, it's the same melody for Labor's Call. Which is kind of strange. Did we finish the strategic... Oh my god, 1 day left. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Let's grab Heavy Bomber real quick, so that we get those bonuses on that strategic bomber design. Because we're probably not going to make a lot of new strategic bombers. We're probably going to keep one for a while. Because they have good range anyways. Yeah, Labor's Call had that melody. Of course, I gotta turn this up because this song is so low. I need like a volume control emote for Twitch. Of course, alongside the emote of Kaiser Wilhelm dabbing. Where is Himmler? So Himmler, I'm unsure, but if he would be anywhere, he would be here. In oh, there's Vorbeck. There's Reinhard Heydrich, disgusting man. Arthur Zimmerman. If anywhere, he would be here in Middle Africa, where most of the Nazis are. He might be there, I'm not quite sure actually, I haven't played Middle Africa in a while. Yeah, I think we punished them, and then they were like, okay, cool. I don't know. Himmler is a chicken farmer in Kaiserreich. I'm not joking. Oh yeah, you're right. I remember that. Because because he creates like oh, it's fucking absurd. Like he like revolutionizes like chicken feed or something to like breed more chickens or some shit. He's trying to breed a master race of chickens. Yes, Roy. Reinhard Heydrich. It's the same man. Let's get this bread and roses. And now it's louder again. How are they doing in terms of divisions? 49, and we've got... Please, I would like to know. 82, yeah, we should be able to crush them handily if it comes to war. Oh yeah, I mean... There's a lot more that's weird about Nazi ideology. Very little of fascist ideology actually makes a lot of sense. It's all like a lot of it is like self-contradictory. Like, for example, like almost every fascist movement has this idea that we're the best, you know, we are superior, we cannot lose, but also, similarly, they rely on the propaganda that everyone is against them and that everyone is holding them down, and that's why things aren't going well. We need steel. Who can we get steel from? I mean, we can get some from Fengshan. Pretty cheap. This Korea have some steel, please. They do. Turkestan Khanate declared war on the Alash Orda. Cabinet Planning Board. The Black Monday recession, general economic and political turmoil threatening the Japanese export markets in the Pacific, the government has begun to review its economic policies. We mainly export raw silk and other consumer goods, and our industrial goods are still inadequate compared with most Western nations. Various measures to remedy the situation have been suggested, and the Cabinet Planning Board, Kikakuin, I'm not sure, has been established to study and plan future economic policy. That's one word that I'm dead certain that I pronounced hilariously wrong. I don't actually know a lot about fascist movements in Argentina either. Yes, I definitely would like to take stuff from Russia, but I don't know if we're necessarily... like, because if I get involved in a war with Russia, that's a long-term affair. That needs to be carried out to its full conclusion. In which case, we gotta, you know, we've got a long war ahead of us, because that's a lot of territory to travel through. And I don't know if I necessarily want to do that, because I want to jump on the Germans whenever they declare war on France and take everything here. The new naval base in the Philippines. As previously agreed with the Republic of the Philippines, the new base of the Imperial Navy in the island of Taiwan has been inaugurated today. This new facility will help us conduct new operations in the Southwestern Pacific and put the Germans in check. Speaking of, an alliance with the Philippines, yes please. Make the proposal. Philippines have joined the co-prosperity sphere. Awesome. Our faction grows. We could go strategic destruction because we've got a small bonus there. Actually, let's start this one first. Cultural Golden Age. The openness of and enlightenment of our society has encouraged a golden age in culture, both traditional and modern. Ancient arts of theater and poetry are flourishing, as well as new forms of entertainment such as films and animation. Hell yeah, dude, we created anime. Concentrated industries done. Okay, so yeah, what naval doctrine should we go down? Base strike seems useful. With the whole carrier primacy and all that. Floating fortress, fast battleship organization. We're gonna be using a lot of carriers and fast battleships. I heard anime. Indeed. Carriers cost too much fuel. Yeah, but don't battleships cost a lot of fuel as well? So you're saying, like, just go submarines and stuff? Fucking Bobbert and the steam-powered navy. Sub-3s are OP, yeah, they're pretty strong. Yeah, fuel becomes a very big problem for Japan, actually. It's a big problem for Japan and Germany, specifically. Like, even if I trade, I don't know if we're gonna be, like... We don't have a lot of factories to trade with, either. We would have to create a lot more civilian factories. To be able to trade for the fuel that we need, because it's like... Yeah, if you import oil, it's like 8 oil per factory. That's not enough. We need to take the oil. You're sure about that, Roy? Because our navy is quite large. Either take the Dutch East Indies territories or make refineries. Yeah, that's what we're planning on doing. I've started the refineries already. I'll do a trade interdiction then. Base strike. About 8 saves from Gotcha. Well, so okay, how many think base strike and how many think trade interdiction? Can we get a poll or something? Because I'm completely like on the fence. I don't actually know enough about the naval doctrines to really make an informed decision. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, submarines are like they're too good in the game. I'm gonna research this though. They're too good in the game, so yeah, I'm planning on fighting the Kriegsmarine, so. Well, yeah, not just that, Gray. It does do a bunch of other stuff, because each naval doctrine does have, like, stuff for basically each type of ship. Like, even trade interdiction has stuff that gives carrier sortie, or carrier organization and stuff like that. But it's better just for, like, raiding fleets. Submarine mining is, yeah, it's OP as well. So we got a great drought, we got the New Zealand crisis. So New Zealand has pulled out military government, Bernard Freyberg. And we've got the Australasian Union, syndicalists. Okay, how alarming. There's no one is starving yet, and the Great Drought of 1939. Gonna fuck up the rice. Mostly affecting southern Korea, Western Honshu, and the southern islands. Yeah, I don't know, like... I'm pretty confident that we're gonna win. You know, no matter what we go with, but I wanna like try some different stuff. I like actually making a big and cool navy. Yeah, I'm not gonna like. Usually when I play this game, I try to avoid strategies that are like kind of gamey, but obviously good, like the correct strategy to win. Just because I like trying to play the game as if everything was modeled in such a way that it, you know, conforms to historical realities, I suppose.
l'Alsace et la Lorraine. Dans ces pays, je n'ai ni chant ni bien. Que le Prussien nous les laisse sous les prênes. Je m'en balaye, car je n'y perdrai rien.
I'll wait to see what the poll says. I do actually, like, I really do respect your expert opinion, considering you've got a lot of hours as Japan. But like, even though it might be the right decision, it might not be the one I want to go with, just because it might be cool to just do something else. New Zealand has joined the Entente, which... Yep, I was about to say, that probably puts them... Kingdom of France has declared war on the Commune of France, which means the Entente War has begun before the Second Weltkrieg. I've actually never seen that before, I think. They always jump on it when the French are distracted. But now they've decided to invade the Commune early. Boys, we gotta get some votes on that straw poll so I can actually decide. I'm extremely indecisive. While that's happening, though, I'm gonna run to the fridge and grab a beer. So, be right back. Hello. Let's just double check that. Yep. I did actually unmute my mic. Good. Yeah, it does. We do have 2 votes for base strike. I'm sorry, Potato. 2v1. Empire of Brazil declared war on the West Indies Federation, which means that the Entente is going to be pulled into a war against the Empire of Brazil. I'm going to refresh one final time. Yep, it's a 2v1 vote, so I'm going to go with the base strike then. Almost just clicked trade interdiction. Fuck democracy. So we should, yeah, we should be going very aggressive then, and because this stuff gives us, let's see, submarine stuff, yep, sure. Sword efficiency, sub, blah blah blah. Wait, hold on. No enemy will be outside of our reach, whether on land or sea. Yup. But where is the naval targeting? Yup. I don't see any specific bonuses to actual base strikes, though, which is kind of funny. Even though it's called base strike. Yeah, it is mostly for carriers, which we're gonna make up a lot of carriers then. I'll create like patrol fleets with light carriers and like battle fleets with heavy carriers and stuff. I'll do a hench air force, but before that we are going to take that oil because we can't do that without the oil. Base right is top right path. The what now? Yeah, I'm gonna try to get that fuel. Let's see, so the our alternatives are basically just well, so we're gonna go to war with we're probably just gonna go to war with Insul India and stuff, and also we're gonna take this from Germany East India or East Asia, and then probably also the Dutch East Indies, because why not? They don't have any allies. And Kingdom of Burma could be taken. And after all that, maybe if we could just take Texas, everything would be sorted. Because like Texas is like that's where basically all the oil in Hearthstone 4 is. Okay, should we set up some armor divisions? These are trash, so we should probably set up new ones. Oh fuck, we don't even have motorized, of course. I gotta research that as well. Yeah, I've supported the PSA, but I don't want to actually trade for oil though, because of all the factories that you have to give out. So I'm going to take the oil, I think. I kind of agree with Potato. I don't think trading for oil is a very good idea. You can do it if you're like if you're an industrial juggernaut but have no oil, then sure. But usually there are much more efficient ways of getting oil. For example, as Russia, you can have a lot of industry, but then maybe not have a lot of oil. But you can always take that by just going down south. And for Germany, I mean, you could go east, I guess, and take the same oil. But yeah, for Germany, you kind of want to maybe sometimes trade it because you have so much industry. And then for anyone around here, just take Texas, lol. Take Texas, forehead. What I probably should be doing is I should be creating like a training army and then training that instead of training the entire thing. Though we do get more military experience from that. We do also waste a lot of equipment. Fuck, I forgot I was gonna do motorized. Well, I'll do that now. Whenever this finishes researching.
Mother dear, I'm writing you from somewhere in France, hoping this finds you well. Sergeant says I'm doing fine.
Insul India and Netherlands have signed a peace deal.
Here's a song that we all sing, it'll make you laugh. We're gonna hang out the washing on the Siegfried line. Have you any dirty washing, mother dear? We're gonna hang out the washing on the Siegfried line, 'cause the washing day is here. Whether the weather may be wet or fine, we'll just rub along.
So, what's the situation then now? Oh, because Insul India owns basically all the territory I want to take, so that's good. That means that I don't even... Oh, volunteers return home. Cool. Oh, they're yelling now. But yeah, so I probably, the CSA formed in the not at war with the other Civil War partners. That probably means it means that the war hasn't started yet. There's a period in which you have there's like an ultimatum or something. Like I think it's like a 30-day period or something before the war actually begins, or like a week or whatever. It's not like there's a period at least where there's a standoff.
We're gonna hang out washing on the Siegfried line. Have you any dirty washing, mother dear? We're gonna hang out washing on the Siegfried line, 'cause the washing day is here.
So we're gonna go with the one that gives better carrier stuff. Let's see, deck size and range is good. I think, yeah, maybe we'll go with Yokosuka. Or Yokosuka, or however you pronounce that. I'm not Japanese, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, let's go with the range, I think, and deck size. We'll have to create a lot of planes, though, to fill out the deck size. But it also might mean that we don't have to use as many deck modules, so we can actually design more hardy carriers. Not that they should be in the line of fire to begin with anyways. I feel like once they are in the line of fire, you kind of already fucked up. Yeah, I like the range. Even though carriers do have decent range to begin with anyways. So, if someone knows, maybe you can tell me, so does the range of a fleet, like the way it calculates that, is that calculated as like an aggregate of all the different ranges? So like if you have a bunch of smaller ships, then the range gets reduced overall of the fleet? Or is it just the lowest range in the fleet is the max range of the fleet? Yokosuka Blitz. Yeah, there you go. God, I played a bunch of Escape from Tarkov a while ago, which is like a Russian-made game. There's a lot of Bliet in that game. It's the lowest range, thank you. Makes sense. So that's why we'll have the carriers, I think, with fast battleships escorting them. Probably don't even need anti-tank, but I'm gonna go with anti-air so we can build anti-air defenses on our ships. We actually already have a bunch of carriers, so... Oh, holy shit, I need to actually... do something with all of these extra ships we've got here. Advanced carrier hulls, that's not a heavy carrier, is it? No, it's not. The Kahin Workers Group incident, another incident. Syndicalist group has been arrested. Standardize my existing ships into your best designs. Like, you mean refit them? The Alsace Ultimatum, there you go, that's the war. It has begun. Yeah, though, refitting is so awkward, because if you fuck up the designs, you have to refit for, like, forever. I think if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna fiddle with that stuff off camera, I think, because it takes a long time to do all that stuff. Like, I'll fiddle with the settings and then unpause next time we stream, and then be like, hey guys, look, they're becoming better. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or yeah, like we have the same thought, Potato. Alright, let's see. Bulgaria has joined the Reichspakt. Kingdom of Denmark has joined the Reichspakt. Yeah, those happen at the start of the war, and then Denmark usually just decides, you know, we actually don't want to be in here. Like, bro, I'm straight up not having a good time, and then just leaves. And also, United States of Greater Austria. Hello. Blessed Carl has created a second United States. Now we just need the United States of China, but that's not going to be until the China rework with Chen, or whatever his name is. Yeah, let's hold for a little bit more and then get involved when or get involved in the war against Germany. Commune of France has invaded the Kingdom of France. I've actually never seen that before. Like, at least not this early in the war. That's strange. Oh, what is this? Kingdom of Siam is justifying against Indo-Chinese Union. Huh. Okay. I guess we gotta get ready for that then. Actually, probably... it's just one Z-zone, so... where should we invade? Probably Hanoi. Oh no, wait. Yeah, no. Should we invade Hanoi? Because, like, we gotta fight through this shit, and this is hell. With the impassable terrain, so... It might be better to invade in the south, and then... use the Marines to then just jump from port to port. Like, start here, because then we can spread out a little bit more. Also, we gotta check the Marines to see that they're not trash. They are. Why am I not surprised? Should probably train these guys back. Oh, never mind. They're actually pretty good. And then, let's see. How are our Hoi Shidan? They're not great either. We should probably actually stop training so many infantry divisions and start training some holding divisions, which we called their holding troops. Because these guys are going to be the guys trying to like enact a change in the front line, and the rest are going to just hold front lines. So now we actually need to... we probably don't need all these armies, so we can probably send the... I mean, it would make sense to send the expeditionary army, but it's not that big. We could probably maybe pull off a bunch of troops from this army. Send them over. Usually just do that, because then they just get there automatically, like strategically redeploy and all that. And let's see. God, that is a strange looking vehicle. Get the landing craft for the marine invasion. How long until the war? Oh, they're like manually justifying. Oh, we've got plenty of time. Now we can send this Continental Army somewhere else, maybe. We can probably just place them down here. And we can extend this front line. Okay, so we can't do any more Navy stuff, because then the Army gets mad. Which means, what do we do then? Is this Army? I'm guessing it's Army, because the Air Force is... The Air Force in Japan is not separate from anything, so the Army and the Navy have their own Air Forces, but the Army primarily control the Air Force, I believe, in this period. So, let's go with, let's get this, because we're probably going to be researching new fighters soon. Aren't we? Let's, hold on, let's check. Yeah, we are. The Hayabusa. Yeah, Hayabusa. AI 43. The National Bolshevik Party of Russia won in the 90s or 2000s. I mean, that would have been strange. Let's wait with that, because it's going to take a while, and we want to use some naval experience, I think, on our doctrines, so that we can speed them up a bit. Let's get the Blitzkrieg. No, actually, that's the 315 day one. Actually, fuck it, we might... No, hold on. We should do naval stuff first. We should do the cannons and stuff, and the sonar and all that, to improve what we already have. Because we're going to be making better ships and whatnot, so we got to get this stuff ready. Do we have a lot of cruisers? I don't know if we do. We do have light cruisers. We do have fast battleships, and we're planning on having a lot of them, and I believe they're using the heavy batteries, not the super heavies, because we want to keep them as fast as the carriers, roughly, so they can go with them. Zhang's proclamation. Grand Marshal Zhang of the Fengshan government has proclaimed that within a year his nation will begin its war of national reclamation to retake the south and reunite the country under his leadership. This could not have come at a worse time. Of course, our aid has played a great role in getting Fengshan to where it is today, and already some ministers have suggested that we might make a private commitment to joining the war. This would be in our interest, as Fengshan is the best means of pushing German influence out of China. I mean, it's... I don't see anything German, but okay. But at the same time, it might be best to limit their ambitions, and our resources are not limitless. Grand Marshal will, of course, push on regardless. His legitimacy depends on it. So should we support... let's see, if we support them... I mean, we may as well. Yeah, exactly. I do want to fight in the war, though. He's a puppet, so technically the territory would go to us, I guess. It's definitely not going to go to him, because I know that he has a focus that takes him, or that yeets him out of our alliance, and declares war on us, so... So the Marshal can keep his northern China provinces, his Manchu provinces. Isn't Manchuria kind of a misnomer? Because it's like... Manchu is like... either it's Japanese, or it was used by the Japanese or something, just to like call it the borderlands or the provinces, kind of like Ukraine. How Ukraine is just Russian for the borderlands or whatever, or the frontier. Type 98, 20mm. The drought takes its toll again. Shogunai, or Shogunai. Jesus Christ, we need a lot of steel. Korea, you haven't... Nope, they haven't gotten any more steel. They actually have less steel now. We need more puppets and we need more steel. God, Sweden has a lot of steel. Soviet Russia also sits on a lot of it, but we gotta take Russian territory for that steel, I think. Why don't you research new fire control? So the reason I don't do that is because the fire control modules are kind of stupid in my opinion. Because they all give minus reliability, and it increases with every level of fire control as well. Which means that you're gonna have a lot more accidents and stuff. And you're gonna have a lot more, like, I believe crits as well, like critical hits on your ships and whatnot. So, from what I've heard, it's not even worth it to go with them, fire controls, unless you're like, I don't know, using a very specialized and very like, very specialized strong navy that is trying to achieve one goal. But we have a very like large navy that, you know, if all of them have accidents, we're gonna have to repair them constantly. Which I'm a bit reticent of doing. The drought takes its toll again, Shogunai. Improved carrier, improved heavy carrier, yep. Advanced carrier there. Okay, I'm just gonna try to get rid of some of these so that we have a bit of a cleaner like interface here. We have, yeah, we've only got interwar cruisers, don't we? Or, we have a lot of interwar cruisers. Actually, no, we have improved cruisers, yeah, so I should probably just get rid of all these, hulls here. Though I probably need to summon some of them out again, because I need to, upgrade them in order to refit. Okay, apparently this isn't army then. Controls, oh shit! I didn't know this. So to get 55% on nuclear technology and this event, which might be cool, we gotta control North Korea. Well, I foresee a war of... Wait, can you integrate puppets? How do you do that again? It's under manage subjects. Change autonomy level to occupied puppet, need 500 to demote to that level. Can lower autonomy. Doesn't look like it's possible. Is this something you can't do in Kaiserreich, or do I just not understand how it works? Or both? You can't integrate puppets in Kaiserreich, yep. Build inside them or release them stuff, also don't import from them or use their troops. Yeah, but it's not gonna matter anyways, because we can't integrate them in Kaiserreich, so... So, which one should we go down here for the, let's support the Zaibatsu, or nationalization policy, or bureaucratic economy? Of course, this one gives us oil, which would be sick. We can seize American motor companies. The Central Railroad, this gives civilian factories as well, military factory, or no, civilian as well, but it's got the icon for a military factory. And, yeah, just a bunch of factories. And this one gives us infrastructure, some good resources, and some synthetic refineries as well. And some factories, but this gives just a lot of oil. I feel like bureaucratic economy seems like the best way to go. Purely for the oil. Oh wait, what? Was there... a subject? Okay. Chosen. Okay, yeah. It may be best not to outright own Chosen, but rather to rule it as a puppet nation. Our economy will surely benefit. Well... modernize the Korean economy, but it doesn't necessarily. Yeah, it's not going to make it like an occupied territory. I don't think. Let's go with a bureaucratic economy, I think. I'm gonna save some of this political power for whenever we go to war, so we can go to war economy. Or we can save it just to start justifying war on some people. After we're done with the the Union here, we should, and we probably don't even need to do that much because the Kingdom of Siam seem to have a lot of troops on their border. So once we're done with that, we can actually probably just go straight for Insul India, I think. Also gotta use these stockyards, I forgot. Fuck it, let's just make a bunch of, actually we are still making submarines, we don't even need to make a bunch of submarines. We should make a bunch of, a bunch of what? Could make more carriers, but, it's an interwar carrier, we shouldn't have that even ready here. Let's make a couple of dreadnoughts, I think. They won't be that outdated. And we can use them later on when we get a stronger oil production set up. Yeah, Alex. Democratic Japan. So basically, we've gone down the path of defend democracy, which sort of, sort of makes us makes us democratic. This is, by the way, the Kaiserreich mod, if you're not aware. So it's not the Japanese or Japan of the real world; it's a different Japan. Still has a lot of the same problems, though. But yeah, democratic Japan is like... They're democratic, but they also do very strongly, and I mean very strongly, clamp down on any sort of dissent and syndicalist, like, quote-unquote socialist, or I suppose they are socialist, movements. So, they're democratic with reservations. But at least it's more democratic than the military taking over, or the emperor becoming like a god emperor, basically. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, we went full democratic. That was the vote at the during the first stream, I think. Corporativist or whatever, corporatist. Yeah. tunnel network, of course. Welcome to Vietnam, bitch. Oh, and we have a full-on war in South America, but also we have a war on our hands over here. Which seems to not be going excellently. We're gonna get involved in this later on. Not quite yet, but we're gonna get involved with, especially if Qing starts winning, we're gonna get involved. But we're gonna get involved in all that after we're done with Vietnam. I don't want to fight in both wars at the same time. Oh shit, we've got another election already. The time has come for a new election. With the main and opposition parties now running, the choices are more varied than they have been since the late 19th century. After the elections are complete, His Majesty the Emperor will ask the new Prime Minister to form a cabinet. So we've got the nationalists, the socialists, oh god. I don't mean that as that's bad, I mean that as how would that work considering all the political opposition to socialism in Japan that we've seen leading up to this point? Should we, like, who should we elect here, actually? Conservatives, liberals, nationalists, or the socialists? They're social democrat, so like they're still working within the confines of the current constitution, I suppose. But it might create some problems with the wild people running around the country right now. We could keep the market liberals, or we could go... I mean, Soktem is best dem, but I'm biased because I'm Norwegian. Keep the ruling party in power. That'd be the liberals, the Minseto. Credit-based democracy. Best democracy is the one where you're only allowed to vote if you go to Clendathu and kill aliens. Let's okay, sure. Let's keep the liberals, I suppose. Then we can. I mean, there's going to be more elections. They're every 4 years, aren't they, here in Japan? Or yeah, every 4 years. We'll go with the liberals for now. Keep the current social order. Yeah, I know you're joking, Potato. Shogunai again. Let's start. Yeah, we're about to declare war, so let's start narrowing the gauge, or the rail gauges. Now is the best time to do that. Yeah, the co-prosperity sphere, aka the historically at least, co-prosperity for Japan and nobody else. We're gonna free you from the colonialists by colonizing you, or the imperialists by spreading our empire. But anyways, I should probably be going now, because I don't want to make this too long, because then rendering it for YouTube is going to be hell, because I forgot to reduce the resolution, so we've been streaming 1080p for now. I was meant to stream at 900p, but I just forgot that, so... so yeah, I'm gonna call the stream right around here, right before the war with Vietnam and with China, and we will return next time and start fighting some wars again. Let's see. Dreams of a super unified Asia? Okay. Yeah, you, I mean, that dream might be realized in this playthrough, I suppose. But yeah, we're toning down the stream now, or turning down the stream or whatever, and or winding down the stream rather. By the way, if you guys just found me through Twitch, I do make content for YouTube as well. You can see on the screen right now, and so on and so forth. Thank you, Potato, for the follow. And yeah, the content I make on YouTube is Kaiserreich primarily, but also some other Hearthstone 4 mods. Mostly Hearthstone stuff. I've done some other stuff in the past, but I've got this throat issue right now, so that my throat is like my voice starts going out. So I'm trying to deal with that. I think it's getting better, maybe. So I might start again recording other games than Hearthstone 4. I've just been mainlining that for now then, to focus myself, I guess. But yeah. Other than that, I am going to send you guys off to my friend who is playing Dark Souls 2 with his girlfriend, I believe. And his girlfriend has, yeah, also the Discord. And his girlfriend has never played Dark Souls 2 before. So this is their first playthrough. And it's a lot of fun. So I'm gonna hit the raid thing. Hopefully I type his name correctly, and you guys will be sent over there. Nope, nothing happened. Excusez-moi. Nani the heck, why is the raid not working? Oh well, I'll just link you guys in the channel then in chat if you want to go there, because I'm going to hang out there in the chat. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. See you in the next stream. I don't know when that's going to be, but I'm going to try to start scheduling with streams and have a normal streaming schedule, because that would be cool. Especially considering I'm going to get affiliate soon, so I might get emote slots and I might get the ability for people to subscribe, so they can like use Twitch Prime and stuff like that. Which basically, if you have Amazon Prime, it costs you nothing and you can just give people who stream money. Yep, so anyways, I'll see you guys later. Here's my friend's Twitch, where I'll be hanging out. I'll try once more to raid. Nope, not working. Oh well. Yeah, see you guys. Goodbye.